Today I would like to share information with you, with the entire world, about how to make the world a human world again, despite the fact that the human world has been jeopardized, sabotaged and ruined electromagnetically by an alien element which we call vibranium or vibrum. Why vibrum? Vibrum is in the name, it means that why sweeping needs to take place. Sweeping means, in this case, when it comes to an alien nature carrying, that means an opposite nature carrying element rather than human nature, technically a radioactive waste product from outer space, which is hundreds of thousands of years old. You may wonder, what can we do? What can we do to actually make sure that this alien nature attack will not harm humans at all? In the past, more than 100,000 years ago, every culture, every society was trying to eliminate that electromagnetic infection, that electromagnetic pollution, then the infections, what it was causing, and more or less, believe it or not, but societies around the world from time to time were actually able to eliminate the electromagnetic alien nature attack from that alien natured element what I mentioned to you, which is technically a killer, a destroyer mineral from outer space. But how did they do it? Well, however they were doing it, it shows exactly on the remainings or remarks or the memories of the past in every ways. When you go to places around the world and they seem to be heavenly, they look heavenly, then when you get there they are actually heavenly. That happened only, or happens only, or will happen only when the electromagnetic field, the energy of the planet has not been disturbed, has not been polluted, and has not been destroyed. But how did they do it? What did they do to eliminate the dangers, the hazards of the human nature killing procedure? At first, what happened back in the days, or even up to today, in many cases, what is happening is people actually searching for and seeking out places on the planet which are the least affected by that meteorite or meteorite which everybody knows about it by now, just like any other times in the past couple of 100,000 years, sooner or later people actually heard about the aliens and heard about the destructions, what they were doing and how were they doing it in one way or another. Those evidence are existing all around the planet, more or less, and in one way or another. Since humans were able to keep their own self-awareness as well as consciousness, more or less, from one society to another, we were able to share human life supportive information with each other. That means we were able to share lifestyles, thinking as well as feeling abilities, which are actually supporting human nature, supporting human life, therefore sustaining humankind. So when these groups of people were searching for a home, for a new place to live at, simply because the settlements where they were before got ruined and they couldn't escape the attacks of the opposite nature rather than human nature. Many people would call it evil nature. At first, at most of the settlements, they were started to dig downwards or started to move upwards. Some of these societies, including big cities or smaller settlements, actually made it. They were able to rescue the population going upwards or going downwards at most of the times, just to co-recreate or recreate heaven for humans. And then when these societies were not able to move downstairs or upstairs, that means into the sky or even above the sky to another floor, another level of this layered camper, the camper of our own mothership, starship, which is inside the sun. Up to today, everybody knows who are involved in human sciences that the sun and the moon, these are merely projections in the sky. Also, everybody realized who were involved in human life sciences that they realized that once they are eliminating the harmful effects, the harmful energetic, physical as well as psychological effects, once they avoided them or eliminated them, they were able to regain the complete natural human well-beings, energetically, physically as well as psychologically. Of course, there were also a few cases when people made simple changes at the places where they were living, and they were very determined and knowledgeable about how to actually organize the environment, the human environment, so it will remain human natured as well as human nature friendly. The first thing what most humans have done who actually made it to live in a nice, comfortable, safe, human nature, friendly human nature supporting environment again. These people were starting with selecting the food, what they were eating, consuming, drinking, breathing, or being exposed to. Being exposed to means electromagnetic qualities, which is the number one thing around us to take care of. But how can we actually take care of the electromagnetic field to make sure that the electromagnetic field will sustain human nature friendly frequencies, vibrations, as well as the materialistic products, clean air, clean water, clean soil, clean heat element, then clean ether. So after people were able to realize, then share the intelligence about consumable human nature supporting things and effects, humans were able to regain a certain level of, or a certain degree of human well-being. Therefore they were again able to think, then feel humanely, then they were able to actually do something about to save human lives, including their own. After humans started consuming human nature friendly foods, which means the four main elements plus one, according to Saint Trinity, as well as the products, which mean in this case minerals, vitamins, earth-like elements, as well as the products, which resulted to grow plants. Growing plants, growing plants always helped humans in every ways, helped humans to regain energetic qualities in the environment, and then also helped humans to keep up the physiologies, then also to keep up the psychologies properly. That means without any harms ways to humans. So humans started to go around in the settlements and they started to separate all the foods which were not human nature friendly from all the foods or titled as foods. They were able to separate those which were actually good for humans, mostly clean water, clean air, clean soil, clean heat energies, clean plants, good nutrient-rich alkalizing plants of all sorts. The planet is full of with evidence of this. No matter where you go, you will find human nature supporting, nourishing plants on the planet almost everywhere. If not on the surface, then above the surface or below the surface. Many people may thinking about what happened to canyons, valleys and bays. How come it looks like that the entire city was either demolished or lifted up into the sky or sunken under the ground, including islands, valleys, canyons. Why did that happen? Sometimes societies or cultures realize that no matter how much they feed themselves properly, and no matter how much they trying to resurrect the environment by nice, lush, human nature friendly plants to correct the qualities, the wider qualities of the environment, starting with energies. After, when they weren't able to do it because they were just kept on troubling more and more and more, since vibranium or vibrum does not have mercy and it will attack stronger against defenses or attacks than the defenses or the offense against vibranium were or have been. In many cases, areas of the planet we call zones were completely destroyed. Talking about lush, evergreen environments turned into Saharas, sand dunes, seabeds, ocean beds, or frozen places, or burnt out places. Technically, the human environment has been completely destroyed by the nature of vibranium being expressed through humans, animals, hybrids, zombies, aliens, mutants, infected plants, infected minerals, and infected electromagnetic fields. This is also the reason why intuitively human-natured beings are very, very careful about how will we or other humans proceed when it comes to defense mechanisms to protect the human world, because we are facing one of the ugliest, pollutive, destructive, alien, evil nature there is existing in the entire universe. How did that happen? When the Earth was about to get home, dimensionally shifting through the universe, at the AB zone, the hybrids, the aliens, the animals, the mutants, the zombies decided to trap the human planet, since they were also in the AB zone. They are also aware of how to shift dimensionally, how they are also aware of dimensional shiftings. Okay, so now let's get back to the solutions. Number one solution: remove all waste products from the environment. So therefore, they will not be able to trouble humans again. What does that actually really means? Number one thing, separate all already naturally alien nature carriers away from human settlement in every ways. So you have to make sure that no naturally alien nature carrying beings or things will able to get to human settlements. That means doing exactly the opposite of what is happening today. That means separating all the animals from humans externally as well as internally. Now, the techniques of how to do that, they are already existing and they well known, and at most of the human natured cultures they are cherished, they are kept up, they are actually being utilized from time to time, so people will able to use them. Next thing, what needs to happen after separating the harmful elements and the harmful effects and the harmful beings, the naturally harmful beings and elements from humans. What needs to do afterwards is to embrace everything what is actually human nature supportive in every ways. Human nature behavings which are outlined, has been shared by the human rights law, the international human rights law, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights law, as well as normally all human rights laws or paragraphs, as well as the meanings of them all around the planet. They have been established already to guarantee the foundation of all legally existing proceedings, other laws, bylaws, policies, as well as regulations, belief systems, so on, so on. Compared to this, what actually happened on the human planet because of external as well as internal poisonings from poisons, energetic, physical, as or psychological poisons dominating over another, causing radioactive decays, the physical decays, then psychological decays. So humans could turn into hybrids, mutants, zombies, aliens, or animals. Now, I haven't met any humans yet who were actually about to wanting to change to aliens, into aliens. I met those who were not humans anymore and they wanted to turn to become some type of aliens, but that's the only case. And if you have a little bit of human soul left in you, then you do not want to be anything else rather than a nice, a good, a proper, healthy human being. These are the steps you need to take individually as well as groups or teams or families. You will have to do it yourself since there is no one else to do it for you. Even though when someone is forcing you to be humans instead of animals, you will still need to cooperate and you will still need to have to fulfill all the requirements what I just mentioned. Number one, stay away from everything what is poisonous as well as everyone who is poisonous. Number two, embrace everything what is actually intelligent. That means human life, supportive, energetically, physically, as well as psychologically. Embrace those, protect those, cherish those, share those, utilize those, keep them up, sustain those. Clean water, clean air, clean heat energies, clean minerals, clean energies, clean foods, clean psychological qualities, clean energetic qualities, clean physical qualities. If you are dirty because dirt got in you, that dirt will become alive since you are alive. It will become energized and it will become shared, it will be expressed, then those will be conscious, those will be contagious, and they will also hurt other humans or other beings, which then will hurt other humans. Robots. I know a lot of people are thinking about robots and AIs and technological advantages when it comes to evil things. Robots needs to be governed, needs to be regulated. AIs needs to be governed, needs to be regulated. They need to be looked after completely healthy humans. If you are having cancer patients of all different types or any polluted or injured people looking after AIs, robots, or technological advantages or things or effects, you will never ever have them properly. You will always have them as the caretakers are. That's why the human world is suffering. The chosen caretakers today are almost all of them are almost alienated. This is the reason why instead of good human senseful information coming through them or procedures, you always find alienations, harms towards human nature, towards human rights. I could easily say that these people are criminals and all of these are crimes, but are they really criminals? Of course, they are all crimes against humankind, which is the biggest offense on Earth, on the human planet, which actually never get erased. These records will always remain, and more or less, but beings will get accountable for the poisons and the troubles what may have been caused through them, not by them, but through them. Accountability means that once wrongdoings were occurring through someone or something, the only punishment what is actually legal in the human world towards humans or human nature friendly beings or things is to make sure, is to ensure by supporting them that they will do right, they will do good. That means they will do the opposite of the wrongdoing what may happen through them. That's the only legal punishment. And if they cannot do it, then until then they are not doing anything. They cannot do anything. When you do things, or even when you're not doing things, it could be either good or bad. What is good or bad? Very simple. It has been explained many times. Human rights is probably the best information collection of information intelligence what we have today to rely on to actually be able to realize what may has been gone wrong and what may has been gone right. From that point on, we need to choose what has been gone right and stick with those things. Living as aliens on the human planet is extremely harmful for the human planet. This is why everyone who had been victimized by alien natures has been locked up, jailed, in one way or another. Financially, liberately, like when it comes to freedom, with poisons, physical poisons, including animals, with them, around them. And that's not a human doing. Actually, when people got locked up, got docked to an alien reality, that's not a human doing. That did not happen through human nature. That did not happen by the human spirit or by the human soul. Those are also all alien nature attacks to keep humans doomed and dumb and eventually exploit humans out of human energy, out of human physiological qualities and values, and also to rob humans out of psychological abilities. That is all about all the offenses against human rights or human nature are all about robbing, exploiting, destroying humans. All of them. All the foods in the grocery stores, which are actually poisonous because they got animalistic natures in them, or acidifying natures in them, or pollutive natures in them, they are the same thing. They are all criminal offenses. All the butchers and meat factories are all criminal offenses. Not the butchers doing it, aliens doing it, alien nature is doing it, the devil is doing it through humans, through human minds, because human minds have been at that point robbed, taken away, stolen, captivated, manipulated after being manipulated, of course. So if you have leaders who are not healthy, or kings, or queens, or emperors, or friends, families, or even strangers, if you can help them to regain the human natured well-beings, then do it, and then let them to do what they passionate to do for humans. Otherwise, do not listen to poisoned other people, no matter who they are, what they look like, what kind of titles they may have, how much money they may have, so on, so on. When that happens, when these people getting supported, being trusted, those people are also losing, and those people who appointed them are also losing human nature. Those people who want to lose the human nature, of course, I'm not going to say that they are welcome to do so, because I'm not evil. And I'm not going to say that they are allowed to do it so, because I'm not cruel and I'm not going to lie. You have the responsibility, humans, my siblings, to sustain human nature. This responsibility is the first purpose of every human. If you cannot do it, seek out help respectfully. Ethics, when it comes to being together, are extremely important. Human nature friendly ethics, which has been introduced already to the characterization of human behaviors for towards oneself as a human, as well as towards other humans or others who are not yet humans. Without separating the animals and the area nature carriers, the human planet will go on like this. Every day, humans will suffer. You will never ever be able to live a human life. You will be able to live a life like this, an alienated life with lots of pain and all the bad things you can imagine, which is probably not a hard thing to imagine those anymore, because let's be honest, every human being is suffering from the same thing. Every one of us. The only good thing about this that we already know about it, and the solutions are also just as simple. Aloha.